Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to explore the foundational story of humanity, but with a twist. We're going to witness 6 distinct ages of our world through the eyes of just one person, living one single epic life. It really all comes down to this one question. What if a single person was there for all of it? I mean, from the very first perfect day in a garden, all the way to the moment our world fractured into nations. Let's follow her story and see what she saw. So our journey kicks off in a perfect, timeless world. We're going to see this all through the eyes of Liora, who we're imagining as a daughter of Adam and Eve. She was born into a life, well, a life before everything changed. Just try to picture this, a world with only one language, where everyone and everything existed in total harmony. You know, joy wasn't something you had to chase. It was just the air you breathed. Work felt like a gift, not a chore. And get this, there was no concept of time or getting old. Animals were like friends, and food was just there whenever you needed it. It was a world of pure, perfect connection. But, well, that perfection couldn't last forever, could it? In this second age, the world after the fall, everything, and I mean everything, changes. For Liora, this wasn't just like moving to a new neighborhood. It was as if creation itself just groaned and shattered. And that shift was absolutely jarring. What used to be a delight was now painful. That easy harmony with nature, it was replaced by fear. The unity between her brothers, it fractured into bitter arguments. And for the very first time, Liora had to wrap her head around this terrifying new idea. Life wasn't forever anymore. It had an end. So after the fall, civilization just explodes. But it's not all for the better. Liora witnesses the first death. And that terrible idea of life being finite becomes real. Then technology arrives, tools made of bronze and iron. But right on the heels of these new tools comes widespread violence, and she starts to feel a deep fear for the future, for her descendants. And this brings us to the third age. By now, Liora is ancient. She's watched generations come and go. She has seen the heart of the world grow dark and wicked. And now she's hearing whispers. Whispers that a great judgment is coming, that this entire world is about to be washed away. But of course, nobody believed it. People just laughed at what they called the old man building a wooden mountain. I mean, to them, Noah's warning was just complete madness. But Liora, who had seen so much, she saw a terrifying certainty in his eyes. And then the impossible happened. It just started as rain, but then her own valley, the place she'd lived for centuries, was swallowed by the rising water. The ground itself started to tremble, and as the skies literally split open, an entire world was just erased. Our story picks up again in the silence after the storm. The world has been washed clean. And Liora's story now lives on through her descendants, the children of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. It's up to them now to start all over again. And life becomes simple again. You have these small villages, one shared language, a single human family just working together. They rebuild their tools, their farms, even their songs, and they honor the memory of the world that was lost. For just a moment, it really felt like they had a second chance at Eden. But that unity, it was fragile. Ambition, and with it, a whole lot of pride, grew back really, really quickly. A new, grand idea took hold of everyone. Let us build a tower, they said, and let us reach the heavens themselves. And that ambition, it leads us directly into our 5th age, the breaking of words at the Tower of Babel. This is the exact moment where that fragile human unity was shattered into a million pieces. Okay, try to imagine the scene. This tower is rising higher than anything anyone has ever seen. The master mason, a guy everyone respects, shouts a simple, everyday order to his crew, something he's said 1,000 times before. And his workers just stare back at him, confused. A man asks his friend for a piece of bread, and his friend just hears total gibberish. In a single instant, the universal language that had connected all of humanity was just gone. So you see, Babel isn't just the place on a map. It's an event. It is the moment unity shattered into pure confusion. That grand ambition was replaced by fear, and families were broken apart, not because they wanted to, not because of distance, but because they suddenly couldn't understand the people they loved. So let's pull back for a second. Let's step away from Liora's personal journey and look at the huge story her life really illustrates. This massive shift from total unity to incredible diversity. Her life maps perfectly onto this biblical timeline, doesn't it? We start with perfect unity in Eden, then that unity is broken by the fall. The world that follows is judged by the flood, and for a short time, unity is restored in the rebirth. But then, at Babel, that unity isn't just broken, it's scattered, which leads directly to the beginning of the diverse nations we all know today. And that leaves us with this one giant question that echoes from Liora's time all the way to our own. As humanity went from being one single people to becoming many, what was truly lost in that scattering? And maybe, just maybe, what was gained?